Hi, my name is Natalie Ledwell, and today I want to share with you 6 things that are quietly poisoning your abundance thinking that you may not be aware of. Now, science has long proven that our childhood brains are like sponges. They're absorbing and storing everything we hear and we see and we experience. Now, through epigenetics, what we know that between the ages of, say, 2 and 6, we are predominantly in what we call theta brainwave activity. Now, in theta brainwave activity, our brainwave state is very coherent with the universe and the unified field. And so what happens is we start to see, hear, acknowledge, and then through the eyes of a 5-year-old or a 4-year-old, we start to build a belief about what we think about our self-worth, what we think about money, about love, about our self-esteem, and then that gets stored into our subconscious mind as a program that then influences us for the rest of our lives. You see, due to our brainwaves being in theta state at this time, which is the same state that we're in as an adult when we're dreaming, or as we're going to sleep, or as we're waking up, we are very receptive and impressionable to everything and all external stimulus. So what you experience in this period leaves a lasting mark on your abundance thinking. And since most of us spend this period under the watchful eyes of our parents, and these two people play a monumental role in shaping our lifelong approach to work and money and personal growth. But no parent is perfect. No human being is perfect. So despite their best intentions, many of our flaws and limiting beliefs about money are unknowingly passed on to us as children, often through seemingly innocent beliefs and phrases. And phrases like, I look at that rich guy. I bet he screwed over a lot of people to get where he is. Mr. Burns from The Simpsons, Lex Luthor from Superman, every Bond villain that has ever existed. Given pop culture's fixation on wealthy, greedy, and evil villains, is it any wonder that rich people have a bad reputation? So for those of us raised in working class or middle class families, it's also likely that our parents weren't actually close friends with very many wealthy people, which would have kept them reliant on the sweeping stereotype and oblivious to the reality that many wealthy people got to where they are because they provided real, honest value to the people around them. So how is this affecting you? Now, your subconscious mind erects an invisible barrier between you and rich people. You don't want to hang out with them. You feel uncomfortable around them, and you're often suspicious of them. Or what about the saying, money's hard to come by and it doesn't grow on trees, Now, I think all of us may have heard that. I don't know where that started from, but I think all of us heard that as children. Now, you may have heard your parents utter this phrase or something similar to it each time they paid for something or handed over, an allowance, usually in an exhausted or an agitated tone. Now, given that you were too young at the time to earn your own money, a part of you probably accepted this worldwide view as reality, instead of believing what many wealthy people have known their entire lives, and that is that there is more than enough to go around. And often, all you need to do to receive money is to be open to it yourself. So how is this affecting you? Well, you may feel a sense of guilt or fear when you spend money, or even when you're spending it on something that really makes your life better. And because money is hard to come by, you often equate acquiring it with unpleasant hard work. Okay, number 3, and you probably heard this one quite a bit too when you were younger, is that more money just means more problems. Rich people have problems too, and money doesn't make you happy, which to a certain extent is true. Now, for many parents, this phrase is really an excuse. It's a reason for them not to challenge themselves in ways that would reward them with more money. Now, this phrase also leads to the damaging belief that there is a virtue in being broke and that a person is for some reason better off by not earning more money, even if they can. So how does this affect you? Well, you find yourself rejecting money and abundant opportunities because you subconsciously believe that wealth leads to hardship and false happiness. And yes, it's true, money doesn't make you happy, but money definitely makes you comfortable, and it definitely does help you when you're living in survival mode to get into a mode where you feel like you have choices, where you feel like you feel proud because you can look after your family. And yes, there are challenges when it comes to earning wealth, but there are challenges without it as well. So either or, we're always going to be facing some challenges sooner or later down the track. But believe me, they're so much easier to face and to overcome when you have money. Okay, number 4 is money is the root of all evil. Right, I think we have all heard this. Now, across time, this biblical phrase has filled up an ocean's worth of unfulfilled dreams and unrealized potential, all because people choose to mistakenly attach morality to a neutral tool like money. Now, if your parents told you this, they most likely had a dysfunctional relationship with money, where they needed it to survive, but they also begrudged that they needed it, instead of being at peace with it and working in harmony with it. Remember, money is energy, and we want our energy to match the energy of money. This is why we want to be grateful for it coming in, and then also grateful when it's going out. So how is this affecting you? Well, what happens is that you tend to be suspicious of wealthy people. You tend to shun financial opportunities, or even if you are given a financial opportunity, you poke holes in it and find all the reasons why it's not going to work for you. And any situation that could expose you to the evils of money, you avoid like the plague. Okay, number 5. Now, this is another saying that a lot of us heard when we were children. If you want to be rich, you have to sacrifice your health, your family, your friends, your soul, or all of the above. You know, money equals sacrifice. And you know, maybe that behavior was modeled to us by your parents. Now, parents are people, and people have fragile egos. And to protect these egos, they'll often look at people who have more money than them and then assume that they sacrifice something terrible to get there. Hence, you know, balancing things out and justifying their own lack of money. But is this really true? What about the wealthy people who really do have it all? The ones who have the freedom of choice, they can look after their family, and they have the resources to do whatever they want, with whom they want, and whenever they want. So why shouldn't we aspire to that too? So how is this affecting you? Well, you tend to feel that avoiding wealth and the risk that it comes with it is a safer bet and a better way to live, even if it means saying no to potentially life-changing opportunities. And let's face it, that is not a way to live. Okay, now number 6, money can never buy you happiness. Now, again, this is a phrase that's a defense mechanism often spoken by parents who don't want to feel like they're missing out by not thinking abundantly, and therefore attracting more money. And while it's true that money itself can't buy happiness, the peace of mind of not having to worry about money makes it a whole lot easier to pursue and spend time on the things that really do make you happy. It gives you the choice and the freedom to be able to pursue your passions, to fulfill your purpose, to feel like you're making a difference. And I'm telling you, that makes you happy. So how is this affecting you? Well, you may have a stubborn attitude towards money, never willing to go the extra mile to acquire it because it's just not worth it. You know, and it could be coming up in other ways. Now, yes, you can help others and fulfill your purpose. You don't need money to do that. But I'm telling you, money helps you get there faster, gives you better choices. And when you can live from a space where all the decisions you make about what career to have, what business to open, where to travel, what to buy, how to look after your family, and when you're making those decisions, money is never a factor that you have to consider. Now that's where we want to live. Okay, now before I go, I would love to hear from you. Do you have any ideas on how to adopt an abundance mindset? Well, if you do, I'm sure that our community would love to hear from you. And don't forget to subscribe to the My Movies YouTube channel for more videos on personal growth and the law of attraction. My name is Natalie Ledwell. Thank you for watching, and bye for now.